Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to Trident Media's streaming coverage of the 2026 School Sport Nova Scotia Division I Regional Hockey Tournament, coming to you from the Yarmouth Mariner Centre. My name's David Doucette. With me today, Mark O'Connell. This is game 3 of 5 today, and it's between the Yarmouth Vikings and the West Kings Wolverines. Yarmouth will be the visiting team this game, West Kings the home team, although that really doesn't matter a whole lot since Yarmouth is playing. All that matters for is the last change, as Yarmouth is playing in their home rink. Should be an interesting game, Mark.
Yeah, we've done a lot of West Kings games this year. We did 3 in the Timber Cup, and we did. They came down a couple of times during the regular season. Of course, we see Yarmouth on a weekly basis. But yeah, generally regarded as the 4th and 5th place teams in Division I, based on the regular season records. It should be a pretty even matchup.
When you're looking at the the Valley High School Hockey League in the regular season, West Kings was in 6th place with 7 wins and 9 losses for 20 points. Yarmouth in 10th place with 3 wins, 13 losses, and 2 overtime losses for 9 points. But when you drill down and look at just their record against other Division I teams, Yarmouth 0-7-1 for 1 point, and the West Kings Wolverines 2-4 for 6 points. Those 2 wins coming against Yarmouth 5-2 and 4-3. So both games close. We're expecting the games to be close in that sense.
Yeah, they're 2-0 head-to-head, but both games were close. We're expecting the same thing again here.
Maybe you can talk a little bit about who we should look for scoring-wise.
So the West Kings Wolverines, Jackson Carrette is their team leader in points and in penalty minutes with 37 in the regular season. Second is Captain Jack Scoville with 7 goals, 19 points. And third is assistant Elliot Cohen with 9 for 18 in total. And Owen Coyle is starting in net for the Wolverines. He's got a regular season record of 3-5 and a goals against of 498.
And we were told by their coach that West Kings will be rotating their goaltender, so Ferguson will get the next start. West Kings plays 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow, as all the teams do. Over on the Yarmouth side, it's the same trio of players that we've talked about all year. Boston Aldred, Declan Fitzgerald, Riley Saunier are the scorers to look for the most. Oriol Guino, an exchange student from Spain, is the starting goaltender, as he has been all year. Second most minutes played in the regular season of the Valley High School Hockey League this year. He had a record of 3-10 with a 5.60 goals against average.
Yes, and the 3 players that you mentioned for the Vikings, from a top scoring standpoint, all 3 of them are in the top 13 in the league. So they do put up a lot of points. Unfortunately, the Vikings give up a lot of goals too. But
very top heavy in that they're not getting a lot of secondary points from other players the way other teams do that are a little more evenly rounded in their scoring.
Yeah, there's a pretty good drop off after the top 3, and it only includes a couple other forwards on top of that, and then they're looking for production.
Bad news for the Vikings after game number 1 with about 5 minutes to go in the game. Assistant captain Samuel Green was pancaked in the corner by a couple players. We did not see it. We saw the check, but noticed no ill effects. But as he goes to the bench and complaining about his shoulder, sure enough, it's a broken clavicle or collarbone, if you will. And that would be the end of Green's season. I'm sure he's sad to miss the rest of the regionals. And Yarmouth will be hard-pressed, quite honestly, to replace him, as he would probably be the number 2 or 3 defenseman on the Vikings team.
Yeah, I would say he's probably 2 behind Captain Max Gates, and now guys like Carter Romero are going to have to stand up.
And it's going to mean Jesse Churchill's going to get more action back on D as well.
Yep, he will as well, yeah. And maybe Owen Grant too.
West Kings in their home whites going from right to left in period number 1, and back in their maroon away uniforms are the Vikings, and they'll be going from left to right as we're about to get underway.
Officials with some last minute discussions.
You know what, they're a little late coming on because I don't think they realized the teams all jumped out about 4 minutes early for the warm-up.
Yeah, they took an early warm-up to get going to see if we could get puck drop as close to 3 as we could, and we're pretty close.
Boston Aldred taking the opening face-off for the Yarmouth Vikings. Cohen Elliott taking it for the West Kings Wolverines as we're underway. Winkowski gets the puck in. That's one of my favorite Valley High School Hockey League names, I got to tell you. I've enjoyed that one.
And you'll say it a lot.
And I'll say it a lot because he's on the ice a lot. Pitching it forward to Scoville. Scoville centers the pass, but it's knocked away to the point. Held in nicely. Yarmouth picks it up. That's Amiro with it. Amiro gets it up to Aldred. Aldred's got Saunier, didn't see him. Flipped it into center ice to clear the zone. Benjamin up to Scoville. Scoville cross ice, a little too hard for Fowler. Jumps over his stick. That clearing puck will get down into the zone, but nice soft touch, no icing. Benjamin back behind his own net, resetting for the Wolverines. Benjamin goes against the board, tic-tac-toe, but Yarmouth able to pick that off and siphon it down low. Coyle stops that for his D. They'll go DDD to Winkowski. Winkowski fends off the forecheck, carries down the near side, chips it forward, it's going to chase it down, gets there first. The rest of his team making the changes. He's got some players now, though, taken out of the play, but gives the puck up. Winkowski's probably going to get to the bench himself now.
He kept control of that puck long enough to get a full change.
Quick shot, spinning shot by Corrette. Nice save by Guino. Up along the boards, Vikings pick up the puck. Nice pass up the middle to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald chips it forward, trying to slide under McDowell. Does, takes a shot, blocker save, rebound. Steered aside to the point, Nippert with a shot. That just held wide, rebound, goal! Declan Fitzgerald picks up the rebound off the backboards to open the scoring for the Yarmouth Vikings at the 13-18 mark.
Yeah, shot from the point misses to the goaltender's left, comes popped up from behind the net. Fitzgerald jumps on the rebound. Here's your home harbor replay.
And it all started with Fitzgerald's initial play.
Yep. He was in there with a forecheck, and he gets, oh boy, we've seen the bounces off these backboards all season long. Very lively.
Coming back the other way, that's Cushing with it. Cushing, 2-on-2, goes wide. Takes a look in front, centering pass, well defended. Puck scoots to the other side. Yarmouth has it again, that shot can't make it through. West Kings comes away. Lead pass, just a little too hard for Rowe. He's gonna chase down the Yarmouth defender, takes him out against the boards. Fitzgerald in to help, spins away from traffic. Fitzgerald being chased down by Acker, ducks underneath. Westerveld gets it along the boards. On the near side to Rowe. Rowe spins around and gains control. Gains the blue line. Short side, there's a shot. That's steered away nicely by the Yarmouth D. Softly off the glass, indirect pass, trying to find Saunier. Just a little ahead. Churchill backs him up. His pass picked off right away. Coming right off the bench was Cannell. Probably, I'm saying Cannell, it's probably Connell. Back behind the net, pass in front, and oh, unable to control it was Maskeen. Shot from the point, there's a save. Maskeen banging away, Yarmouth looking for the puck. Back to Churchill, Churchill fires it through, can't get through a crowd, he's knocked down. Lead pass just out of the reach of Corrette, and that's going to be an icing.
A little less oomph on that, and Corrette's got a possible breakaway, and instead it turns into an icing.
Great opportunity for Yarmouth right before that, though, with a lot of scrambly play in front of the net, banging away at a bouncing puck. Coyle made at least a couple of saves, but Yarmouth unable to find the back of the net.
Yeah, Yarmouth coming out firing. Early shots on goal, 4-1 for the Vikings.
Correct. Out of the face-off circle, replaced by Scoville. Check that, that's Franny Hamilton. Puck in the corner. Board battle ensues, picking it out is Fitzgerald. Still fighting for it, has it, spins, comes away, takes a look, has his pocket picked by Boylan. Thibault picks it up, does carry it around the back of the net. Soft pass up along the boards to Corrette. Corrette gains the blue line, cuts to the middle, gains some room, trying to find a shooting lane. That was well defended by Cushing. Owen Grant with it, hard off the boards. Goes off the back of Doucette's skate, but he backtracks for it. Back behind his own net, Zamiro. Fans on the initial attempt. Tries to get up to Fitzgerald, held in at the line. There's a shot. pad save and glove save by Guino.
Jacob Fowler was in position to get either a deflection on that or at least to screen Guino, and I think Guino looked around him and got that left leg out just in time.
Face off on the near side. One in the corner. Yarmouth has it, firing it along the boards. Can't get it out initially. Winkowski goes on the far side. Hits Fowler with a shot. That's a nice shot and save. Scoville banging it back in, but Aldred picks it up off the wall. Chips a clearing, bouncing puck off the wall. It's going to be picked up by Saunier. Saunier's got some room. Well defended, though, by Benjamin.
Great touch by Aldred to get that up and out, but not ice it.
Right in front. Oh, unable to get the shot away is Jaden D'Entremont. D'Entremont in the front of the net in a great location. Just couldn't settle the puck enough to get a good shot off. Breaking back the other way is Jack Scoville. On the far side, takes a weak angle shot. Guino makes the save and suffocates the rebound.
Yeah, almost caught him off guard a little bit. I think he was expecting maybe the puck to come across or get deflected. And here's your Wilson Group home hardware replay. West Kings fires it across, and as he slides back into the crease, he thinks, well, I'll just hang on to it.
Face off in his left, won by the Wolverines. They'll keep it in. No, they won't. Missed pass there, and Boylan had to stretch for it. Benjamin goes cross ice. Boylan can't get his shot by. Yarmouth breaking back in, trying to lift a stick, kicking it forward, but it's going to get, nope. Good work by Yarmouth coming back. That's Fitzgerald with it. Fitzgerald. That shot goes off of the legs of Boylan. Back behind the net, Cullen Fitzgerald looking for Cushing in front, and the shot couldn't quite get in to the goaltender.
Coyle reached out to try to smother it, but the defenseman cleared it for him.
Pass on the near side, Fowler loses it. Cullen Fitzgerald has it, has some room. Back check coming from Buchanan, so he dumped it into the corner. That clearing attempt gets over the glass and into the mesh for a whistle with 9:22 to go.
To your point earlier, Jesse Churchill is now paired up with Max Gates, covering for Sam Green.
And in retrospect, hindsight, the old backseat driver rules here, we saw Churchill at the end of the last game more than we had seen him during the game. And like you, I thought it was Yarmouth saying, we've lost this game. Let's get some more players on the ice, save some energy for game 2 that's coming up in about 3 hours. But no, that's not what it was, obviously, at all.
No, I had no clue that while Sam Green was sitting on the bench, it was because he couldn't play.
Bouncing puck, as I think Guino thought he had it in his glove, but did not control it. Yarmouth able to help about, clear the front. Aldred goes up the near side, far side. Nice tic-tac-toe pass to Saunier. He's by himself, though, trying to squeak around McDowell. McDowell pinches him off the play. Gets it back to Aldred. Aldred to Grant. Grant shot, looking for Maskeen to maybe get a stick on that wide shot.
He came close to it.
He was reaching out, Maskeen where he needs to be, though, trying to take the eyes away from the goaltender. Once again, good offensive presence from the Vikings. McDowell back in his own end, goes hard against the boards. Rowe trying to get it up, does get it to center. Getting there first is going to be Grant. Grant makes a move to gain. Has a player in the middle, tries to slide it to him. Guino off of his glove, but once again, doesn't handle it cleanly.
Not clean at all, no.
Yarmouth breaking out of their own zone. Nice pass up through the middle to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald got tangled up with the linesman, Saunier. Cross ice, gonna get it to Amiro. Amiro up from his defensive position. Stays onside as Yarmouth fires it into the corner. Winkowski goes D to D to Westervelt. Gets the return pass. Lead pass up the middle, just a little too hard. Goes off of Elliott's stick, and Yarmouth comes back the other way. Cushing fires it in, takes the easy check from Scoville. Coyle plays it, but played right back by the winger. Coming out of his own end is Westervelt. That pass a little ahead. Yarmouth retreats to their zone. They go D to D. Pass off of a skate. Bouncing puck, though, couldn't be settled, and Yarmouth does still come away with it. Trying to find it. Wallace can't get it. Coming back the other way, Spinney. Spinney's got some room. Fowler passes it in front, kicking it off is Elliott, chasing it down in the corner. Yarmouth finds it, ships it up to center ice, and now it's going to be Winkowski again. Tebow goes hard off the boards, takes a check from Fitzgerald, hangs on to Fitzgerald's stick as Fitzgerald goes off for the change.
Fitzgerald in the midst of something again?
No. Aldred. Oh, that pass just out of the reach of a streaking Riley Saunier, and he certainly was carrying speed. If that puck was on his stick, it would have been well positioned for a quick 2-on-1.
Yeah, it was a heads-up play. It was a good move. He just wasn't accurate enough, and it turns into a 200-foot mistake, and now it's an icing where you can't change. Yarmouth being outshot 6-5, but taking the play to West Kings as much as, they're giving as much as they're receiving, and this happens quite often with the Vikings. We'll see, can they keep it up with the shorter bench, let's say, than West Kings? I mean, just a glance across the ice, and there's at least a half dozen more players for West Kings.
Quick shot, just goes wide. A little advantage for Yarmouth because of that is that they're not playing the regular 20-minute period games, but that's offset by the fact that they just played 3 hours ago.
They did, and there isn't going to be a break between the first and second from a flood standpoint, so it's really one long period.
That puck goes off at Declan Fitzgerald's state. He's got Aldred in front, gets it to Aldred. There's a shot, score! Aldred with a beautiful short side snapshot off the post and in. Yarmouth 2-0 with 6:04 to go.
Once Boston Aldred decides to shoot, that's it. The puck's gone. It's barely on the blade. Here's your Wilson Group replay. Great move by Fitzgerald. He slides it across Aldred all alone. I'm thinking, is he going to put it back across to Cullen? Snaps it short side, beats him right off the post.
No, there was no pass there. And good work by Cullen Fitzgerald along the boards to actually wrestle that puck free. And it kind of went from a no opportunity to a 2-on-1 with Aldred all by himself in the high slot.
Great shot.
I mean, he had lots of room to basically just sit, wait, and look.
And Quill was well positioned. I mean, when a shot beats you like that off the inside of the post, I mean, what else can you do?
Gates in the corner. Yarmouth fires that, not too high. Churchill trying to bang it away. Can't get it to D'Entremont. Coming away with it is Carrette. Carrette sandwiched as he tries to cycle towards the front of the net. Gates picks it up, lead pass. Slide pass, oh, D'Entremont trying to slide a nice pass over to Wallace, and it was just out of reach.
That was close to being beautiful.
A no-look backhand pass in traffic. Bouncing puck, Coyle handles that. Directs it to Benjamin. He'll stop behind his own net, go back the other way. Nice pass up to Franny Hamilton. He reverses it back down low to Benjamin, though. Benjamin up the same way to Franny Hamilton. Up through the middle, that pass well behind Carrette. It's going to go all the way down the ice.
That's long gone. For
an icing with 4:48 to go. Misread that one, didn't lead him.
No, that was not a stretch pass by any means. That was an ill attempt. 10 minutes into the first period, Yarmouth looks great. They really do.
Face off to the right of Coyle. Come to the middle. Puck scrum. Yarmouth comes up with it. Going to get it back to the point. Unable to keep it in is Nippert. He has to retreat. Goes off the boards looking for Saunier. Saunier tries to back pass it to Nippert. Instead, it's going to have to be Sanford that gets down low to get it. Sanford up the line looking for Saunier. Good pinch in there by Grant, keeping the puck in deep for the Wolverines. Yarmouth along the wall. This time it's good forechecking by Franny Hamilton, keeping that in. Yarmouth pinched in, hemmed in, I guess is the better word. Back to the point. Backing off is Tebow. Puck high. Maskeen comes away with it. He's got Saunier in front. Oh. Takes the hard wrist shot. That was, as Bob Euchre would say, just a little outside.
I'm going to say it was deflected and the whistles and the face-offs inside. Yeah, okay. It wasn't just a complete blatant miss by any means, but...
he was happy to be in a scoring position, and he took advantage of it.
Saunier was over there on the right wing.
Face off, one along the boards. Wolverines pick it up. Up along the boards, looking for Scoville. Scoville backs away from the check from Cushing and reverses it. Winkowski, being mirrored by Cushing, goes up the far side. Nice pass to get out of their own zone, but unable to control it. Fitzgerald, boy, it's amazing what he can do with one hand on a stick, just poking it forward and then chasing down the puck.
He's incredibly effective.
Cushing fires that in. Winkowski, no, I was going to say knocked down by a high stick.
I'm not sure it was. I guess it was. Yeah, Max Gates keeps the that play alive, thwarting the breakout attempt. And then as they circle back around, Fitz just casually throws an arm out, poke checks a guy, creates a turnover.
Face off, jumping into it nicely is Scoville. Cuts up through the middle, gets away from Grant. Scoville comes in, has a man in front, shoots! Saved by Guino, goes to the side of the net. Guino slides over there and covers up the puck. For a whistle with 3:17 to go. Guino just got a little bit of that shot.
I saw the initial save, and then the puck went to his left, and we lost sight of it. It sort of stuck around the far post, and at that point, you just wait for the whistle. Here's your replay here. Oh, he'll be a good shot at it here. He comes out, but it goes a little bit off to his left. Oh, look at that. Oh, boy, it was much closer than we thought. Is that Carter Romero keeping his man out of the play?
Good realization, though, by Guino seeing what it was and sliding laterally back as quickly as he could.
Yep.
Yarmouth with the puck, up along the boards, looking for D'Entremont. Bouncing puck, Scoville and D'Entremont banging away at it. Help from Elliott. Elliott slides a pass just out of the reach of Fowler. That lead pass goes up. Coming right back with it are West Kings. West Kings gains the line. Good work by Grant. Spins. Tries to cycle it down low, but it's picked off. Saunier has it. He'll stop and get it up to D'Entremont. D'Entremont has his pocket picked by Elliott. D'Entremont regains control. Check it. That's Saunier. Regains control. Saunier avoids the check. Tries to slide it over.
Ooh.
Avoids a big collision between Elliott and Benjamin as they basically bang each other down, and Saunier ducks out of it.
Manning Benjamin, friendly fire victim.
Scoville comes in. There's a quick shot. That was about 3 feet wide. Yarmouth trying to chip it forward. Held in nicely along the boards by Spinney. West Kings keeps it in. Yarmouth in their own zone. That's Aldred. Chips a saucer pass up. It's going to be knocked down by Winkowski. Then played by Spinney for a hand pass.
Quick first period. Shots on goal. West Kings 9-7. Oh, here's your replay here. Oh, boy, look at that shot.
Yeah, there's the friendly fire.
2 of them. Oh.
And when you're the receiver of that, you really don't know what's coming. If you're the checker, you've steadied yourself already because you think you're throwing a check.
Maybe you can brace yourself a little bit, but if like you said, you're the receiver, forget it.
Yeah, you've got no idea that the check's coming. Gates up along the boards will clear the zone. Picked off by Carrette. Carrette circles back into his own end, resetting for the Wolverines. Puts on the brakes to get to shake Aldred at least momentarily and fires it into the Viking zone. Guino is going to save it there for Churchill. Churchill makes a nice pass up along the line to Cushing. Cushing gets it to the blue line and out, but it comes right back in, and Yarmouth will reset from their own zone. Nice play by Buchanan. Buchanan passes, can't get it through. Buchanan looking for Fowler in front. Cushing picks up the pass. Has a couple players in the middle, fires it in deep. Coyle tries to stop that, misses. Gates from his D line dumps it into Maskeen. Maskeen centers it, and it goes right in front of the goaltender, but nowhere near one of his players. Under a minute to go in period number 1. Once again, there'll be no flooding between 1 and 2. Spinney with it. Spinney's pass goes off a skate. He recaptures it. Fitzgerald and Carrette bounce into one another.
It was accidental, but it looked a little worse than that.
Breaking out of his own end is Amiro. Amiro floats a high shot behind the net, and it's picked up by the Wolverines. Back to the point. Fitzgerald with it, makes a nice move. Still looking for it. Stick lift, can't get there in time. Pushing back with 22 seconds is Grant. Grant passes it in front. Yarmouth looking for it. Amiro finds it, but can't clear it out. One-time pass in front, but that bounces off. D'Entremont in the corner along the boards looking for Amiro. Amiro chips it out of the zone, and that should be just enough to finish period number 1. As the Wolverines come back in, D'Entremont comes in, stops, shoots, and it all would have happened just after the horn.
If he let it go the first time he got his stick on it, there's a chance it would have counted, but it didn't. Here's the replay. They're going to show that.
Oh, that was the incidental contact, we'll call it.
Okay, sure, it was incidental.
It was a Fitzgerald involved, wasn't it?
It was. I think each were turning the other way and didn't want to give up ground per se. And unlike when the Wolverine hit the Wolverine, it wasn't like, oh, I'm sorry. This included shoves from both sides.
Shots on net, Wolverines in front 9-7, but it's the Vikings up 2-0 after period number 1. Goal scorers, Mark.
2 for the Vikings in the first period, Declan Fitzgerald and Boston Aldred. Stop me if you've heard that before.
So it's been a good back and forth game. Both teams have certainly had their chances. I'm going to say at least early in the game, there was at least 3 instances for easy clear-in shots that Guino did not handle the way Guino would normally handle it.
Yes, not that he missed them, but he didn't look smooth. He didn't look clean. He normally picks that up and he drops it and he plays it back out onto the, the rest of the play quite routinely. Actually, we're actually impressed by Guino most of the time by how, for a big kid, he's pretty nimble when it comes to catching the puck and dropping it, flipping the stick over and moving it. But yeah, a couple hit the top half of the glove protector, and then he had to sort of grab them, and one was in front of him, and I couldn't tell if he was just sort of off balance and thought, oh well, we'll just freeze it and get out. I mean, it's never wrong to just freeze the puck.
And here we go with period number 2. Yarmouth wins the opening faceoff. Both teams have changed ends, so both will have to be leery of those long shift changes. If you get hemmed in your own zone, you can be stuck there for a while. Fitzgerald, one-time pass up to Saunier. Saunier slides it over to Sanford. Sanford's going to chip it forward. Check that. That's Aldred. He's going to chip it forward. He gets knocked down as he was trying to chase that down. Winkowski tries the one side, bounces back to him, tries it over there again to Scoville. Scoville digs the puck out of the skates and gets it up to Elliott. Elliott being chased from behind. He's going to gain the blue line, takes a hard wrist shot. There's the glove save that we're looking for from Guino.
Yeah, simple shot, but a routine save, hung on to it, get the whistle.
Both teams making changes. Quick shift, quick opening period shift for both teams.
Yeah, Yarmouth's going to have to continue with that sort of mindset, like 45, 55 seconds, get in, get out, get a new line in there. You're going to get burned, especially in the long change period when it comes to icings anyway. So when you've got a chance to change.
Doucette loses it to Buchanan. Buchanan fires and misses the short side. And that's how quickly it can change. Doucette looked like he was going to get it out, overskated the puck, had his stick lifted, and right back in was Buchanan with a great scoring opportunity. Fitzgerald sandwiched along the boards nicely. Back to the point, held in. Churchill with a shot through a crowd. Blocker save into the corner. Doucette takes a short angle shot. Rebound right there, coming in is Gates. Gates flips it over, didn't have room to shoot. Back to Doucette. Doucette slides underneath the check, trying to skate the puck down. Passes in front. Oh, a one-timer right back to Coyle. Coyle makes a save. Fitzgerald with a golden opportunity in front, and I'm not sure he realized the puck was going to make it to him.
I don't remember the last time Fitzgerald was out with Cushing and Doucette, but this is a impressive line so far.
Breaking in hard is Carrette. Carrette behind the net, comes to the front, centers it. There's a shot just off the side of the net. Guino might have got a little bit of a pad on it.
I think he did. Yeah, he directed that for sure.
Back in, Churchill gets it up the far side, chip forward again. Fitzgerald with it. Fitzgerald ducks underneath the check. He's got a little more room, loses control, still with it. Has Doucette in front, taking a look. Skips it back down low, looking for Aldred. Aldred, Fitzgerald looking for it. Gates goes along the wall, hasn't got a shooting lane, dumps it down deep. Grant firing it across the wall. Fitzgerald getting double teamed in there, but Yarmouth's going to get the puck back to Gates. Gates walks the line, takes a shot.
Ooh, he had lots of room there.
Brainy Hamilton gets his stick on that out of nowhere. Coming back the other way in is Grant. Grant coming down, being hauled in from behind. Will they call it a penalty shot?
No, of course not.
Oh, I know, but I got to ask the question, right?
I think if Guino hadn't hesitated and came out a little, just a beat earlier, might have come out, got the poke check prior to the player being pulled down, but they had no choice but to call that penalty. None.
Hooking penalty on Max Gates with 12:16 to go.
Yeah, what we would call a good penalty, really. I mean, there was no choice here.
So here in the second period, in the first third of the period, a great opportunity for West Kings to get back into this game and hit the score sheet. Unable to keep the puck at the line, though, is Winkowski. Winkowski fighting hard with Saunier. His pass ends up going off Aldred's stick. Great opening forecheck here by the pair of Saunier and Aldred. Breaking in now is Buchanan. Buchanan comes in, takes a shot off of a leg. Yarmouth gathers it, fires it just over top of the outreached hands of a jumping Alex Winkowski. Coming back the other way, Saunier comes in, he's tackled. Aldred has it, Saunier's right there. Aldred with a shot, trying to go up over top of the shoulder. And let's have some 4-on-4 hockey for a minute and 18 seconds.
You called it, he was tackled. That's absolutely, that was a mugging. He had no choice, they gave it up, it was a poor bounce, and they couldn't let Saunier run in there all by himself. And here's your replay. He is in all alone. That's closer to a penalty shot call, actually, than the other one.
Except that he never really got a shot away.
No.
That was a good, open ice tackle.
Sure was.
Face off on the near side, 4-on-4 hockey, lots of room out there. We'll see whether either team can take advantage of it. The power play opportunity that was awarded to West Kings evaporates. Cross ice pass, that's picked off by Fowler. Fowler comes in. Makes a move, gets around two. Fitzgerald gets the puck behind the net, takes a look. He's going to get chased by Fowler. Fowler gets it up. Oh, great stick in there by Guino, taking away the centering pass. That would have been right on Fowler's stick.
Fowler was all alone in the crease with that. Absolutely. Guino with a defensive masterpiece.
2-on-1 coming the other way. Fowler and Scoville. Fowler comes in, drops the pass to Scoville, who was crisscrossing behind him.
Yeah.
Scoville picks it up, shoots, and that one just sails wide. Scoville over top of Cullen Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald stops, comes the other way, gets it up to Nippert. Nippert and Fitzgerald. Nippert gets it by the D, tries to push on through, but can't get by Westervelt. Around the corner it goes, and Cullen Fitzgerald picks it up, drops it off. There's a shot, glove save, Coyle, and he'll hang on to it, allowing both teams to make changes. Yarmouth with 41 seconds of power play here with 10:14 to go in the second period.
Yeah, Max Gates steps out of the box just as the whistle goes, and he stays on the ice. And this is your routine Yarmouth power play here.
Face off to the left of Coyle. Fitzgerald loses it to Buchanan. Back to the front, there's a shot. Redirected in front, and bouncing puck, and Sanford couldn't corral it. And that's going to be cleared as Aldred bounced away from the line too much. Being chased down, Gates defending well against Elliott. Elliott reverses it low, but Fitzgerald's going to pick that off. 18 seconds to go in the power play for Yarmouth. Fitzgerald skates away from 1-4 check, weaves his way through center ice, gains the blue line, and drops the puck off to Saunier. Saunier with some nifty stick handling, gets it over to Gates. Gates shot, and that one hits the edge of the glove of Coyle and goes into the corner. Aldred slides it over to Gates. Penalty over. Gates slides it down low, gets the return pass, shoots it off of a leg. Amiro on the far side, rips it down low. That's going to be out of the reach of Fitzgerald. Getting there first is Winkowski, and Winkowski just gets the puck to the blue line. Yarmouth bangs it back in. Good work by Fitzgerald. Gives it up to Saunier. Saunier reverses it. Aldred jumps over his stick. Coming out for its coil. Getting there first is going to be Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald and a quick shot from Aldred, or from Saunier, but it can't get through. And they've got to be tired. Coming back in, there's a quick shot, save Guino, and that was number 10, Hayden Buchanan, carrying some great speed down the far side. Fitzgerald up to Saunier. Saunier still on the ice, loses control of the puck.
Vikings can't get a change.
Coming right back with it is Cullen Fitzgerald, passes it in front. He's going to get to the point, held in nicely by Amiro. That goes off of a leg. Winkowski's got a player up through the middle, goes on the far side instead to Grant. Grant comes in, shoots into the belly of Guino. And Grant takes a little bit of liberty with Guino. And he gets thrown to the ice by Nippert.
Guido's 3 feet past the blue, cut off the angle and nowhere to shoot at. Here it comes right here. Look how far out he is. There's nowhere to go. He gets a little too close to Guino. I mean, 10 feet's too close in Guino's opinion. And then so there he gets dumped to the ice. And I think that's a playoff tournament non-call.
Face off, one back to the point. Good work to avoid one forecheck by Benjamin. Gets it along the wall. There's a shot, score! A great pass in from Corrette to Rowe. Rowe with a quick shot, low to the stick side, and West Kings Wolverines hit the scoreboard.
Oh, here's the replay here. Rowe's got it on the side. Just walks into the top of the slot, beats Guino.
Great work. Like, he fought through a check to actually get himself in a position to take that shot.
I think when a player like that gets the puck where he did, I think if you're Guino, you think, well, he's not just going to casually walk into the top of the slot and let it go, and that's exactly what he did.
Maskey trying to fight through a check to get that bouncing puck. Benjamin along the wall, slides it to the point. Churchill with it. Rolling puck, doesn't get there. There's a shot, save. Saunier bounced off the puck after that shot, back behind the net. Backhand, looking for Saunier. Instead, Benjamin circles or pivots away from the check, but Saunier lifts the stick and gets it back to the point. Churchill, wrist shot, through a crowd, save, rebound! And Yarmouth can't come away with it. Skating hard right down the middle of the ice is Rowe. Rowe looking for number 2. Gets backed up, there's a shot. High puck, Rowe looking for it, and he can't get the shot away as Aldred strips the puck away at the last minute.
Max Gates stops the first attack, and then just as it looked like it was going the opposite way, Boston Aldred gets back, and great back checking.
Coming right back in with it is Grant. Grant shot. Nice hard shot to the blocker side, just goes wide. Up along the board, no, still a wall battle. Aldred's going to go in and get it. He veers away from the check, not going to get out. Held in nicely by Scoville. Amiro down low. Up along the boards to Saunier. Saunier's got a man in the middle, gives it to Maskeen. Maskeen can give it to Gates. Fires it instead because he wants to make a change.
Coyle with a fantastic deflection around the boards.
3-on-1 coming the other way. Scoville passes it over. There's a shot. Save. No rebound as Guino gets the paddle down to clear the front of the net.
Guino was leaning backwards and fell over and got the stick out.
Fitzgerald back the other way on himself. There's a shot. Save. Back and forth we go.
Guino looks to be favoring his left leg a bit. And we'll see.
He's got some time now with that to try to stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah, he was falling backwards. Could have just landed awkward making that last save. Looks okay from here.
We've seen the replay of the stop by Guino and the clearing of it by Guino. Got a timeout, Yarmouth, I believe. And I wonder if the timeout's just as much to check on Guino.
Maybe. It's hard to say, yeah, maybe.
A weird time. The puck went back and forth. It's not like Yarmouth was just hemmed in. It didn't look like a let's take West Kings out of their flow timeout.
Yeah, let's just try to have a break to cut down some of the domination, and it had nothing to do with that. I doubt there's some sort of specific game plan. What are we looking at here? Another, we got over 6 minutes to go in the second period.
This is when the ice can start to get sloppy. We've had a warm-up, we've had a 15-minute period, and now we've had 9 minutes gone into our second period. That's a lot of ice usage and a lot of back and forth. So yeah, this is when you can start to get those weird bounces. And you kind of, all I can think of is, are you resting your top line to get them out there again? That's not what it looks like, as we have a pair of Fitzgeralds and I think Stanford over on the other side.
Thank you, babe.
No, it's Daltrom on the other side.
I think it might be what you were mentioning about Guino.
You think it's Guino?
He really took his time returning to the crease, and he was stretching, and quite possible.
Coming right back, up along the boards, nicely up to Fowler. Fowler being chased by Fitzgerald, slides a nice pass on the near side to Elliott. Elliott cuts to the middle on his backhand, trying to slide it back. Misfires on that, so gets it in deep. Fowler with it. Fowler gives it up to Elliott. Elliott's stick lift, that's Fitzgerald. Cycles back, gets it up to his brother Cullen Fitzgerald. Westervelt back in his own zone. That pass was behind Fowler, and Declan Fitzgerald's going to pick that up. Can't carry through with it though. Jacob Fowler loses it. Back and forth we go.
Nobody wants to take control of it. And now you're going to get an icing with a long non-change for the Wolverines.
Now, not a lot happened, but it was a bunch of neutral zone back and forths. And they likely, without that icing, would have made a change.
I'm sure they would have, yeah.
Shots on net 17-15 in favor of West Kings, but the face-off back down in their zone. Face-off, kick back into the corner to Thibault. Thibault along the boards looking for Fowler. He can't control it, and it's backhanded back in by Aldred. Maskeen on the hunt, can't get there in time. Backhand pass on the near side looking for Fowler. Fowler has it. Fowler cuts to the middle, has an opportunity. There's a shot, and he just misses to the far side.
Yeah, he went to the side where Guino was leaving from, and he had him beat, really, but he just missed the net.
Picking it off the other way on the backhand, but Buchanan unable to get the shot away. Aldred up to Nippert. Nippert, nice move to get away from Buchanan. Carries the blue line. That shot goes off of a stick and high off the glass. Maskeen gets there first. Protects the puck behind the net. Passes in front. And that's knocked down nicely by the defense. And I believe it was Dominic Rose.
And it bounced off the defenseman's skate, but Coyle had the paddle down, and that wasn't going anywhere.
Both goaltenders helping out their own cause by not allowing those centering passes to get into the slot area when it's a tight pass from beside the net.
At this point of the season, I think both of these goalies are used to that.
Breaking out of Sonia, he gains the blue line, puts on the brakes. Slides a pass over, looking for Aldred. Aldred checks his shoulder before backhanding it deep for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald in front, looking, has his stick lifted from Winkowski. Winkowski double team, getting in there to help us Wallace. Wallace fighting around the referee, trying to get it out, but the Wolverines come away with it on the near side. Buchanan, nice move through the middle, ends up being a drop pass, and there's a shot blocker save. Winkowski got a lot on that. Guino gets the blocker out to make the save.
Boy, you got a Winkowski and a Guino in the same sentence.
Makes me shudder. Oh, back in front. You thought something good was going to happen, didn't you? I heard the whoop coming out of you.
Cushing was about 4 feet from a breakaway.
Nippert with it, up through the middle. Wallace fought off the puck by Franny Hamilton. Wallace is going to have to be stronger on his stick than that. Coming back towards Nippert. Nippert misfires on that pass, but it ends up being beautifully right on the stick.
Franny Hamilton, just a freight train back behind the Vikings net.
He's decided to start checking in this shift.
Yeah.
Right in front, Franny Hamilton, there's a shot, and oh my God, a big save. And it's going to get back to Guino, who's going to cover it up, realizing his teammate needs a change.
Okay, I'm going to mark that down as a giveaway for the Vikings, because that was a clear giveaway, tossing it up the front to Franny Hamilton. But boy, did he create his own scoring chances there. A couple of them there, all over the place.
Physicality behind the net, lodging the puck free and getting rewarded with a good scoring opportunity.
I mean, West Kings is bigger than Yarmouth, and they're much deeper, so they can sort of, they don't have to plan to try to be fresh for the end of the third period. They'll be fresh, so they need to take advantage of that. And that kind of shift there, they were all over Guino. Just constant forechecking.
Breaking back in with Scoville, but he loses it. Yarmouth reverses it back to Aldred. Aldred looking to just flips it up high, trying to get Gates in stride. It's going to be picked up. Can Gates get back on? Saunier knew he could not.
He was not going to be.
Elliott with it, gains the blue line, has his stick lifted from behind. Good back check there by Riley Saunier.
That was slick.
Elliott in the corner, gets it back to the point. There's a shot through a crowd, off 2 sticks and wide. Scoville behind the net. He gains control, gets hit by Saunier. Gets it again though, on the backhand, takes a shot, and that one just misses.
That just cleared the crossbar.
Cullen Fitzgerald in the corner, comes away with the puck, goes off the boards, gets it to Gates. Gates hard along the glass, that's going to bounce into the Wolverine zone. 1.5 minutes to go in our second period. Stretch pass goes off of a stick, Yarmouth keeps it in deep. Saunier with it. Saunier slides away from the check from McDowell. Didn't get the full effects of it, but did get separated from the puck.
Oh, and Colin Fitzgerald on the other side keeps the puck in as well.
Good work by Benjamin. Indirect pass, nobody to pass to. Yarmouth's going to pick that off. Amiro gets it up to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald fires it in. Coyle will stop it for Benjamin. Benjamin looked like he was going to just suffocate that puck, but realized the check was coming and just slid away from it.
Well, he's not going to kill 50 seconds. He's got to do something with it.
Pass up the middle, just out of the reach, Fowler, who spins away for a change.
4 Wolverines on the change.
Maskeen to Gates. Gates pass. Check that. That was Grant's. Coming out with it is Winkowski. Winkowski gains the blue line. Sharp angle shot. Nope, goes behind the net, takes a look, tries to slide it, but the pad's down.
Guino's waiting for him.
Winkowski tries the other side. Looking for a pass. Oh, Winkowski coming in from the blue line, and then the stick lifted from behind the net, unable to get the pass, and it was set up there with Winkowski pinching in, realizing the time on the clock, and that it didn't matter if he left his defensive position.
Now, once you get past that, I don't know, 10, 12 second point mark, you can think all offense now, because even if there is a turnover now, as long as your goalie hasn't been pulled, you're totally fine. They're not going to score from their own end.
1 goal in that period by West Kings, and that was by.
That was Josh Rowe. That was it.
Josh Rowe making it a 2-1 game. Shots on net 20-15 in favor of West Kings, but the Vikings able to hold on to a 2-1 lead after 2 periods. It's been a good back and forth game, actually. Both teams getting opportunities, both goaltenders making big saves.
Yeah, the last game we did was the 1 seed and the 2 seed, and this is the 4 and the 5, and very even, very competitive. Both goalies look great. We
have to wonder, though, with the shortness of the bench, with the fact that it's game 2, what Yarmouth is going to be like in a third period. Certainly better that it's a 15-minute period, not a 20-minute period like it is in regular season play in the Valley High School Hockey League.
And some fresh ice.
And some fresh ice, but the Wolverines, deeper bench, more players being used. How will that affect especially the second half of period number 3?
I mean, the Wolverines literally can just change every minute. They can put 15 shifts out in the third period, and we know Yarmouth will put out 6, maybe 7.
So while the Zamboni cleans the ice, we will take this a moment to thank everyone for joining Trident Media's coverage of the 2026 Division I Regional High School Hockey Tournament, coming to you from the Yarmouth Mariners Center. This game being brought to you by Wilson's Home Hardware. We'd like to thank you all for joining our streaming coverage. We're going to take a break while the Zamboni cleans the ice, and we'll be back for the start of what is sure to be an exciting period number 3. Welcome back, hockey fans, to Trident Media's third period coverage for the 2026 D1 Regional Hockey Tournament, coming to you from the Yarmouth Mariner Center after two complete. The hometown Yarmouth Vikings are ahead of the West Kings Wolverines 2-1. And Mark, we expected, like as you said, with the 4-5 seeds, this to be a close game. It has been a close game. It's going to be interesting to see how much Yarmouth has left in the tank in period 3 after playing an earlier game already in the tournament.
Yeah, I have no concerns over West Kings. They've got a deeper bench. This is game 1 of the day. This is the 6th period for Yarmouth since 10:30 a.m. this morning. So, yeah, we'll see.
That pass out of the reach of Winkowski. He cycles back into his own end, being married by Maskeen. Up along the boards, not out, fired right back in. Saunier with it. Saunier has Maskeen in front. Maskeen's trying to get himself settled. Oh, there's the pass, centering right through in front of the goaltender, across the blue paint. But Maskeen couldn't get his stick on it.
Ooh, and a good shot there from Maskeen.
Gates with a shot. That goes off of a skate and wide. Maskeen tries to dump it in the short side, but Coyle finds the puck and covers it up. A good early 40 seconds by the Yarmouth Vikings.
Interesting choice to lead the third period with that line. Great shift from that line. Constant pressure.
And then you follow it up with Cushing, Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Back up to Winkowski. Winkowski flips a pass, bounces over a stick. Lots of red bodies coming through. That's Buchanan. Puts it over, passes it over. And I'm not sure who it hit. I'm not sure if it was a defense.
I don't know. The ice is so wet, everyone's sliding around. I think we don't got a left leg on it.
Big check along the boards as Cushing gets leveled. We'll get back to that to play later. Coming back is Connell. Connell with a shot, saved. Now, we got the replay. Let's take a look. Off of a stick.
Oh, Guino made that
Guino
save.
makes the save, and then Guino keeps sliding and has to slide back the other way to take away the short side.
Jams away the short side too.
Wraparound.
Adding to what we were saying earlier about trying to cover for Sam Green, Jake Sanford played on the point that shift there previous. So I don't know if that's something they're going to look to do, or he doesn't normally, and he certainly doesn't on the power play. That's what they do with Boston Aldred. But I think they're just, it's 2-1. They can't afford to give up a point here by having this be tied. I think you're going to see Jake Sanford get a little more extra time, whereas that other forward line, Maskeen's line,
has actually done well.
Doing a lot of damage in the offensive zone.
Gates, pass, that skips over sticks just by the goaltender, and that's going to be an icing. We'll do it all again. 13:35 to go in the game.
So now Carter Ramiro's paired up with Max Gates.
Face-off will be to the left of Guino. Saunier once again setting up very wide. You have to wonder that if there's a set play, if Yarmouth wins it back into the corner, that they just send Saunier off on the near side. Saunier still has it, fighting for it, tries to get the pass over. It's going to be broken up by Buchanan. Buchanan right on the stick to Corrette. Corrette carries some speed on the backhand, but he's taken out of the play nicely by Amiro.
They're going to call that one too? They
Ooh,
are.
boy, I wasn't sure, because that certainly looked like Manning Benjamin, if he had really wanted to, could have gotten his stick on that.
I think that's what they were going to think, but they didn't.
So that's a good rush down this way to rush back this way. Now it's getting to be a long shift early in the period. And those are the types of shifts that can lean on you at the end of the game. Guino plays that around. Saunier comes in, bounces off a row. Gates finds it, chips it up. McDowell pinches in. Aldred trying to retrieve the puck. Instead, it's Gates ripping it around to Doucette. Doucette looking for Saunier. Misses him by about 3 feet and displays his frustration to the ushers, moving services decal on the penalty box boards.
And because of that, their coach is not letting him in. They're saying, nope, you stay out there and play more hockey.
Well, they can. This was icing.
Nope, no, they can. They just said it this time, sorry, you can't. You go out there and play hockey.
Face off, one. There's a shot. Guino makes the save, and that's going to allow both teams to, well, it's going to allow Yarmouth to make a change.
How long can you push that? Like, can you skate to your bench, waste 10 seconds, grab a water bottle, take a drink, come back? Oh, I didn't change. I didn't leave the ice. Just killing as much time as I can.
Face off once again to the left of Guino. Face off scrum goes into the corner. Yarmouth's going to come away with it. Nippert gets it to the point, not out. That shot off of a stick. And there's no shortage.
That went up out of nowhere.
There's no shortage of whistles in the early goings of period number 3.
Yeah, somehow West Kings has already got 4 more shots on goal.
Make it 5.
5 more, right. Finished shots on goal in the second period. West Kings 11, Yarmouth 8. Really competitive period.
And that's what it looked like. It was back and forth. Both teams had chances. I mean, West Kings had the only goal, but Coyle made some saves.
Sure did.
As did Guino. Unable to hold on to that was Westervelt. He's going to have to back it up. Nice quick pass to enter back into the zone to Rowe. Rowe's shot sails high. That's going to sail around the boards. And McDowell not there in time to stop it. That's going to get ripped right back in by the Wolverines. Guino's going to stop it behind the net for Sanford. As you said, Sanford playing some unexpected defense here in the third period.
Yes,
Sanford chasing it down.
This is his second shift now. I think we can expect this to continue.
Sanford with a big hit. He's going to have to be careful with that follow-through. Pass in front, shot, and unable to get it away. Wraparound attempt coming back to help on the other side. Nicely is Cameron Nippert. Puck up along the near side. Can't get it out. Yarmouth hemmed in their own zone. There's a shot. Pad save. Comes on the other side. Fitzgerald bangs it into the corner, but then collides with the player. Chipped out to the blue line and out. Westervelt backs up, fires it right back in. Sanford has a little more time as 3 out of 5 Wolverines go for a change. Gets the pass up to Aldred. Aldred just uses the boards but can't break it out. Well, there's a quick shot. Goal! Jacob Fowler picks the far side, as I think Guino thought he had that in the trapper and it went right underneath his glove.
Yeah, he made a move for it in a pretty routine, casual way, like you think he had it all the way.
Too many attempts blown to get the puck out of their own end by the Vikings. Comes back to haunt them as the wave upon wave of Wolverines come back in and they finally get the tying goal.
And now it's 2-2, and now you start to think, well, what's the depth going to do? What's the hour and a half game this morning going to do?
Scoville just entered the blue line a little too quickly, so that was the offside call. But with 11-12 to go, we've got a brand new game, all knotted up at 2 apiece. Yarmouth gets the puck to the blue line, just out. Benjamin with it, goes cross ice. Winkowski gets it forward, but it ends up coming right back. Benjamin's going to skate back behind his own net. Whoa, whoa. That just went by the side of the net as Coyle was sure that Benjamin was going to play that puck, only to have him overskate it.
At least Coyle was in the right position to get his, I don't know if it accidentally hit his skate or not, but boy, that looked clunky.
Pass in front, Saulnier's going to get it. Stops. Has his stick lifted. Shuffles the pass over to Gates. Gates has some room and gains the blue line. He'll chip it in, try to chase it down. Coyle leaves it there. Winkowski there first. Stops to shake himself from Gates, who gets back to his defensive position. That one's going to get to the blue line and out. Gates, a nice indirect pass, but a bouncing puck, and Saulnier couldn't gather it in. Aldred gets control. Aldred makes a move to the outside, taking a look, has Winkowski in front. Has Gates on the far side, decides on Gates. Gates shot through a crowd. Yarmouth looking for it, well played by Winkowski. Keeps the stick lifted up, uses his feet to clear the front of the zone.
Winkowski just tying up Saulnier's right arm just enough to get that stick out of the way.
Winkowski has some room, gets it on the near side to Scoville. Scoville overskates the pucks, chases it down, puts on the brakes, takes a quick shot. That one goes off a skate and wide. Carrette on the other side, makes a nice move, takes a shot. Blocker save, bouncing puck just goes over top of the net. Saunier has it, stops, gets it on the near side to Gates. Gates from his defensive position takes a shot off of a skate and behind the net. That play, though, allowed the rest of Yarmouth to make changes as Gates stayed down low. Good work along the boards there by Jacob Wallace to stop that exit pass. Coming right back in is Yarmouth, cutting towards the middle. Fitzgerald couldn't get through. Winkowski, sorry, check that. That's Buchanan, cuts to the middle, comes in, shoots. Goal! Buchanan makes a beautiful move and opens up Guino 5-hole.
What an individual effort.
And here it is on the replay.
Splits the D, comes through, forehand to backhand, back to the forehand, 5-hole. Guino's flopping around, can't get the legs closed. You know, he flopped down onto his belly to make that save as opposed to the normal, let's say, butterfly. I'm wondering if there's something up with his leg.
We'll find out tomorrow. You can play through things day of.
Sure.
A lot of times after a night's sleep, that's when you find out how hurt you are.
And this is their last game of the day, and they start tomorrow early at 9 a.m.
Fitzgerald with it, looking behind the net. That's going to be a high hit coming in from Buchanan.
Head contact, looks like.
And that wasn't Fitzgerald ducking down into it. That was Fitzgerald just making a hockey play, trying to get around, and then trying to spin away. But Buchanan comes flying in. And I mean, it's a hockey play. There's just a lot more emphasis on those types of checks now that end up being head-first checks.
Right, just like you're responsible for wherever your stick goes, you're responsible when you hit someone in the head.
You just saw in the replay there. That's a good replay in the booth there. I'm going to say Quinn. I'm not sure who's back there. So Yarmouth with an opportunity with 8:26 to go to try to even this one up in period number 3. Aldred comes in to take the face off. Saunier gets it back to Gates. Gates goes cross ice. That's passed too far in front. Good work along the boards about Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets it to Saunier. Saunier with the shot. Great stick by Alex Winkowski.
How many goals like that have we seen over the last 4 months? Saunier out in front from Fitzgerald. Yeah, great stick play. Winkowski popping it up and over.
Face off once again on the near side. It's going to get back to the point to Gates. Gates goes cross ice. Aldred. Aldred looking for Saunier cross ice. Instead, Fitzgerald gathers it in. Loses an edge. Like I said, late in the game. No, this is period 3. That was last period when I was saying that. Never mind.
Right.
That was just losing an edge. We can't blame the ice on that one.
No, this is as good as it's going to get.
Gets it all the way to the point to Saunier. Saunier slides it down to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald makes a nice move to get around Winkowski. Winkowski gathers the puck, looking for it. Aldred has it. Back to the point, Gates. Aldred, down low. Wraparound attempt, shot, rebound, just on the side of the net. Fitzgerald couldn't find it. Comes in again, goes to the front, takes a shot. Coyle with another save.
Coyle's way out in the crease.
Back behind the net. Now it's going to be Elliott with it. Elliott goes high off the glass and clears the damage, allowing his team to make a change.
West Kings very fortunate not to give one up there on a couple of different scoring chances.
Great move through the middle by Saunier. Saunier carries some speed down, cuts to the middle, shoots, rebound, and Stanford couldn't bang it in. Coyle again makes the save and then keeps Yarmouth off the board.
I understand the first save. How did he stop Stanford?
I have no idea.
Let's get that replay. Holy.
18 seconds to go in this power play. Saunier again from his own end, carrying some speed, going cross ice. Oh, and Saunier saw Carrette coming towards him and ended up being rushed into the play. You take away the time, you take away the space. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Nice move up the middle by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gains the blue line, but that time it was a great stick by Fowler to knock that one free. Coming back the other way is McDowell. McDowell slides it over to Corrett. Corrett shot off of the leg. Bouncing puck, side of the net. Guino can't get it, and it's in the corner. Yarmouth's going to need to make a change. This is like the third rush from his own end from Saunier. Saunier has his stick ripped out of his hand and thrown down.
I looked at both officials after that. I thought, holy cow, I can't believe that.
Well, here's maybe the replay you're looking for.
Yeah, let's see Coyle here.
There's the first save.
Fine. And what's,
great work in there by Jackson Corrett.
Boy, that's some back checking. That's some back checking from your lead scorer.
That's a goal-saving back check. Face off. Quick shot from Cushing. Glove save, Coyle.
Popped one in similar to that this morning. Almost tied it up there.
5:48 to go. You certainly can't blame the Vikings on the power play. It was an exceptional power play with a lot of terrific opportunities. They just could not put the puck in the net.
They took the play to the Wolverines for 2 minutes.
Maxine gets it in right to the goaltender, and Coyle finds the sliding puck and covers it up. Maxine with a great position to fire the puck. I'm surprised he passed that one.
I'm impressed this line's on the ice. A 3-2 game with 5.5 minutes to go.
They started the period really well as well.
They did.
Back around, that's Winkowski with it. Winkowski goes hard off the boards. Good stretch pass, but offside was Jacob Fowler, just a step ahead of McDowell.
That was a perfect stretch pass, and the only thing that could have happened was Fowler beat him across the blue line. Didn't even need Fowler to be part of the play. That's a long offside.
That's a long, yes, to bring the faceoff right back into your own zone, because that's where the pass initiated from.
Boy.
5:28 to go. Face off, one back to the point. Churchill can't get there in time. Tries to chip a pass over. Scoville breaks it up. Scoville comes in on the near side. Tries to slide it in. Guino gets the paddle down. Scoville pivots away from trouble. Pushes it forward, still chasing it down. Pivots away from another one, has the stick lifted. Still has it though. Great work by Scoville behind the Vikings net. Slides a pass or shot towards Guino, who'll cover it up with 5:02 to go.
Down to the nitty gritty now, 5 minutes left. You figure at this point, if West Kings can pop another one in, that's going to be the end of it. Yarmouth pushes down here, they can get it tied up. Who knows, maybe get another late one. Take it into overtime, get a point out of this somehow.
Face off, one straight back. There's a shot off of a skating wide. Connell with a great opportunity. Saunier stops, avoids the forecheck. Everyone back quickly though for West Kings. West Kings realizing the score right now. Coming into Saunier. Veers around, fires it around the net, around the boards. D'Entremont leaves it for the point. That goes off of a leg as Yarmouth could not get that puck through. Long stretch pass. Saunier couldn't ship that one well. Picks up the puck. That time is D'Entremont just trying to redirect it into the zone, but Yarmouth unable to get it in deep. Coming back, Saunier 1-on-3, ducks underneath the check, taking a look. Nobody there, so he slides it down behind the net. Coyle's going to play that.
1-on-3, and he keeps control of the puck. Enough to get a teammate in there, and Aldred picks it up in the corner.
Back behind the net. Aldred pets the puck, has a man in front. Unable to get the shot away. This time it's Hayden Buchanan with a beautiful back check for the Wolverines. Coming back in is Winkowski. Winkowski tries to go short side, picks up the rebound. Still hanging on. Cycles it down low, but getting there first is Nippert for the Vikings. Nippert's got room. Slides it up to Saunier. Saunier gives it up to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald cutting towards the middle, sandwiched between two players.
He took a shot high. Is it going to be head contact? And is it going to be 4?
It's definitely head contact. Here comes the replay. As you're going to see him split the defense. And there it is.
That's an elbow to the head.
An elbow to the head, head contact.
That's got to be 4, right? Two.
Just 2. As the other one, you know, it really wasn't much different from the last from the last 2-minute head contact penalty.
And the last one was 2. Yep. Oh, that's correct.
That's correct, Levy.
Correct, get a 10 for something?
We'll have to wait for the announcement on that. Usually when they're leaving the ice like that, that's what it is.
Usually.
So Yarmouth had an exceptional power play in the last power play. Let's see if they can generate some scoring opportunities. Gates gets it to Saunier. Now Yarmouth already using their timeout though. I think at this point it would have been a time when they would have used the timeout. Nice play by Saunier. Pass in front and it's sliding across and Aldridge could not get onto it to get the shot away. Back to Saunier. Saunier comes in, slap shot into the belly of Coyle.
Right in the middle of the goalie. And you're right, Jackson Corrett, 10-minute misconduct.
When we see them leaving the ice, we've been watching this level of hockey long enough to know that that tends to be what it is.
I doubt it was anything he did. It was probably something he said.
Had to be something he said. Face off. One back to Gates. Gates gets the pass over to Aldred. Aldred at his normal defensive position. Slides it back to Gates. Gates cross ice to Saunier. Back to Gates. Oh, he was just sliding that back, looking for the one-timer. Saunier with it, slides it down low, comes in, there's a shot, and it was there for Fitzgerald. Coyle had pulled himself over the away from the post.
He did.
Short side was available, and he just couldn't find the net.
He had about 6 or 8 inches on the short side, and he had the whole top corner for sure.
But that crest was widely open, and he hit it right between the W and the K.
Yep. Fitz has been kicked out now.
Not because of Fitz.
To your advantage, your defenseman is Boston Aldred, so he can step in any time.
Oh, quick loss of the faceoff though. Fitzgerald holds that in nicely. They'll regain their normal positions. Oh, that pass off of his skate and cleared down the ice. And Guino's going to have to play this as he picks his head up to look, because coming in on him is Elliott. Saunier. Fitzgerald loses an edge again. Saunier all by himself behind the net. Double teamed, puck taken away and slid down the ice. Yarmouth has to have more than one body going down in there. Now it's Gates' turn. He'll gain the blue line. Back behind the net. Passes in front, nobody there, and fired down the ice again by Winkowski.
Vikings are going to have one more change, possibly.
Back pass to Saunier. Scoville backs up. Saunier gains the blue line. Takes a shot. That slides wide. Gates is going to get to the point. He stops it, fires it down low, looking for Saunier. Saunier peels away from the check nicely and gets it back along the wall to Aldred, down back low. One-timer in front, and Declan Fitzgerald, a beautiful pass. I thought for sure they were going to Gates. Instead, the cross-ice pass right on Fitzgerald's stick, and he misses it.
Did Coyle get a piece of that?
I don't think so. Scoville, back pass. There's a shot, saved by Guino. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go. Yarmouth without a timeout, so I can't believe they're going to continue to stay on the ice, but it looks like they are.
There goes Guino.
Guino to the Fitzgerald gains the line, skips around, cuts to the middle, shoots, goal! Declan Fitzgerald with an individual move. He had to be on fumes. Ties the game up with 53 seconds to go.
Declan Fitzgerald, second of the game. What a way to tie this up with less than a minute to play. Here's your replay. It's a beautiful, he just goes wide, cuts into the middle. Goalie's sort of left out to dry. He came close to getting it.
I thought maybe 5-hole, but it wasn't. He went far side.
He beat him wide, yeah. Coyle couldn't get that right pad out far enough. deflected into the corner.
53 seconds to go. Will we get our first taste of overtime in the regionals? 53 seconds will tell.
Sure looks close.
Good stick lift by Maskey. Couldn't hang on to it though. Along the boards, up on the near side, Cushing trying to get it out. Reverses it, not there. Yarmouth pokes it forward. Aldred over to Maskeen. Maskeen trying to get it to Cushing. And once again, Mark, beginning of the period, at these times of the period, here is this line yet again. Maskeen, cross ice pass looking for Cushing. That's broken up. Maskeen picks it up. 14 seconds to go. He'll rip it in.
One final push.
They're going to say Maskeen was on his side of the red line, and it's an icing call.
Was he? I mean, maybe he was. Oh, here's. Will this be the replay for the? No, yeah, they're right.
Wow.
To me, it was an offensive dump in so that you would continue the play with 10 seconds left in the period, and now it's like, well, we can't change. Now you guys got to kill it.
10.8 seconds. Will this be the advantage that West Kings needs? Face off to the corner, back to Winkowski. Winkowski can't hold on to it. And that's gonna cement our first overtime period of the regionals. As in regulation, this one ends 3-3, and we're gonna play some 4-on-4 hockey. There's a 2-minute break, and we're gonna play.
You heard Kevin. It's a 5-minute 4-on-4.
Both teams. So, Yarmouth definitely needs the 2-minute break right now. That one line was on for the full 2-minute penalty. They were then on. It continued for the next minute after that.
And you know what?
And then Aldred stayed on as the man on the next shift, even though he was D during the penalty.
Had they not got nailed with the late icing, I know there was only 10 seconds left, but let's say the whistle was down here, they're putting it back out.
Of course they are.
You know they are. There's a chance, like, win the draw, get a quick shot, boom, we got a chance. And to your point from the end of the second period, they're not going to score anyway. Just go nuts. There's 5 seconds left. You're playing 5 forwards. Give her. So I think we're looking at that too. This is a big break for Yarmouth, and you can see on the bench, Fitz, but it looks to me like Maskeen, Sanford, and Aldred
might start.
Finished the period, might start this now.
With 4-on-4, I don't think so.
If Aldred plays D the entire the entire overtime,
he might just stay on the ice.
Well, I mean, let's face it. Why does he play the point on the power play? Because there's more room, and you've got more skaters on the ice, and you've got more puck handlers on the ice. Wouldn't you do the same sort of thing?
I'd say right now you certainly want, and we said before that through the year, either on the PK or the power play, Yarmouth has done better than they should do with 4 people on the ice.
They have.
Right? When there's less people on the ice, they tend to do better. That being said, they are definitely more tired, especially of the effort they put in. The shots on net, we've got it down to 4 shots. I think at one point, West Kings was up by 10. Yarmouth had a big push in that last part of the period to tie it up, and they certainly were helped out by the fact that they had power plays.
Yeah, they really were.
4-on-4 hockey. So we've got Aldridge, Gates, Nippert, and Saunier. On the other side, we've got Buchanan, McDowell, Elliott, and Winkowski.
Not a surprise there.
There's going to be a lot of room. You want to game the zone is going to be there. They're also going to be one bad mistake away from being hemmed in. In comes McDowell. McDowell's shot. That one sails high. Buchanan picks up the puck, centers it. Gates is going to go back behind his net. It's only 5 minutes, too. If you play a keep-away type of 4-on-4, 5 minutes can actually go up in 5 minutes.
Sure can.
Good stick lift at the corner. Yarmouth able to keep it in. Aldred has it. Backhands it towards Saunier. Saunier picks it up, takes a shot. Blocker save, Coyle.
Nice save, Coyle.
Gates with it. Gates behind the net, taking a look. Does a lap. Slides the pass over to Aldred. Replaces him at the point. Aldred with a long shot. Another blocker save. Saunier to Aldred. Aldred reverses it to Saunier. Saunier stops. Trying to get it back to Aldred. Instead gets it to Gates. Gates over to Nippard. Nippard with a shot off of the skate of Elliott. Elliott picks up the puck. And now both teams actually need to make changes. Going to see what happens here. Will West Kings pull it back and allow both teams to make changes?
They are.
That was not the right move on 4-on-4.
Wow.
That's going to bring it right back because he threw it into the mesh. Circle back. Allow your team to make the changes, even if it allows both teams to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the simple dump in was fine because they already had two guys off and one guy going through, but putting it into the mesh like that. I mean, I guess they probably wanted to keep it away from Guino because he's the third defenseman back there now with the extra ice.
Pass up to Fitzgerald.
Didn't take long for Yarmouth to regain control.
Fitzgerald cycles it down low. Took a little while to get there, but Sanford pushes it up to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald back to Sanford. Sanford once again taking a spot that we've seen him do here late in the game on the defensive zone. Fitzgerald having trouble getting by two. Looks like West Kings is basically saying, nope, you're not beating us on this side. You tied the game up that way.
Absolutely.
We're not going to let you win it in overtime that way. Oh, great play by. Wow, that was a breakaway the other way without a great stick by Amiro. Fitzgerald with the puck. He's got Fitzgerald in front. That pass goes between his legs. Sanford to the point, goes cross ice. And there's a forward's pass along the blue line.
Sure is.
Coming back the other way. That's Fowler with it. Fowler loses it. Coming back. We've got Fitzgerald. He kicks it up to his skate. Not as much in the tank.
No, definitely not.
Winkowski stops with it. 2:27 to go. Winkowski behind the net. Good body position to break away. Cuts to the other side. Gains the blue line. Stops, looks, pivots away, makes a move towards the center. There it comes. McDowell comes in for it. It's going to be chipped forward. Gates, though, not enough in the engine to outrace Elliott to the puck. Aldred with it. Aldred stops again. He's going to allow his team to make 2 out of 4 changes. I wonder if Nipper is going to bail over to the other side as well. Gates behind his own net, 1:45 to go. Goes up the far side. Yarmouth breaking out. Saunier's on the near side. Nippert's going to hang on to the puck. Still behind the net, still chasing it. Gives it up to Saunier. Saunier makes a nice move, has a player in front. There's a shot, and a sprawling Coyle gets the pad on it. I'm not sure that was the way he wanted to make that save, but every save's a good save.
Not falling backwards, no.
Buchanan makes a move to the middle, and that puck swiped away nicely by Nippert. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go. Guino's going to come play the puck.
Didn't have a choice there.
Nippert misfires on that, gets it up to Saunier. Saunier chips it forward. He'll go back into his own zone. 52 seconds. Saunier loses control. It's pushed back. Coming out of the net's Guino. Guino's going to play it. Cross ice to Aldred. The oohs and the ahs from the audience tell everyone that was close. Cross ice pass off of Gates' stick. Gates 1-on-4 all by himself. Comes in, takes a shot. Pad save. Gates gets to the rebound first. Up along the blue line. Surprisingly goes out. He had 3 fresh legs coming on. One last opportunity for Gates. Gates along the boards, gets it in deep behind the net. Taking a look. Doesn't drop it off, does now. Fitzgerald cuts to the front of the net, slides the pass. Amiro with the shot, that one sails high. That's going to clear out of the zone, and there's the horn.
And you were right, 5 minutes took 5 minutes. No whistles.
Were there none?
None.
Now we've got 3-on-3 overtime for 5 minutes and another 2-minute break. Yarmouth continue to get a few more shots. Now we're down to a 1-shot deficit.
Yep. Coyle really on his horse. He was tested 2 or 3 really good scoring chances for Yarmouth there.
There was a cross-ice pass where, like we said, it wasn't the goaltender look save, but he made the save. But yeah, he was flailing across it. He knew he was in trouble.
He was.
And you couldn't, from the Vikings' perspective, in that play, you can't ask for a better person receiving that puck than Boston Aldred.
No, in fact, the way Yarmouth took control of it made sense to me. At the very end there, you saw Max Gates sort of circle back around, and you pointed out that, we had fresh legs coming off the bench the other way. It's hard to be aggressive and take chances when it's 4-on-4 because you really pay for it. Now when it's 3-on-3, you'll see nothing but 2-on-1s. That's all there is to it.
It's going to go back and forth.
One of these goalies is going to be made to feel awful because a bad goal is going to go in, but this is now shinny. This isn't even really hockey.
This is the 3-on-3 Olympic finals, or Olympic finals for both men's and women's, where you're into it. It is a type of hockey. You can play 3-on-3 hockey.
Sure, it doesn't resemble.
It's better than a shootout.
The rest of the hockey you played up until this point, but yes, it's.
That being said, in this case, they gave them 5 minutes of 4-on-4.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Now they're giving them 5 minutes of 3-on-3.
Yep.
If that can't settle it, I guess it's down to shootout.
Well, they don't want ties, right? And lucky for us, there's a bit of a break in the schedule after this game anyway, because we're now at 4:30.
Yeah, we actually wouldn't have been doing too bad. Like,
nope.
we were on schedule. This game was flying along nicely, progressing nicely.
Yeah, so the 5 minutes they used during the overtime, which in real life was 5 minutes, at this point, they'd be flooding the ice.
So now we've got Corrette, who had left the game with a 10-minute misconduct, thinking he was not going to get on in time, back in the box because his 10-minute misconduct is going to be up potentially.
They played enough
during
time.
the 3-on-3 second 5-minute overtime.
Right. He got an extra 10 minutes a game.
Aldred, Fitzgerald, Gates on one side, Winkowski, Scoville, and Fowler on the other. Yarmouth sets up behind their own net. Lots of room. Who's going to be the first team to blink? Gates going to go straight to the net. There's a pass off the net, and Gates right there. Can't get to it in time. Back into the corner. Fitzgerald has it. Nobody's going to go after him. They're just going to mirror him, and they're going to see who's going to move.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait to set up Gates, maybe get that shot from the point, maybe the top of the slot.
Fitzgerald moves. Gates comes in. Fitzgerald slides it over. Back to Aldred. Coming back the other way. Gates on his horse. Winkowski on his horse. Gates wins the battle.
What a shift by Gates.
Cross-ice pass just off the stick of Fowler, and Fowler's going to back it up, and it looks like he's going to reset, and I wonder if they're going to make some changes now. Or is this all we're going to see for 5 minutes?
They certainly can, but,
Scoville comes in, gains the blue line, makes a move to the middle, cuts back. Aldred comes in to pick his pocket.
You're looking at 6 of the top 9 scorers of the two teams out on the ice right now. They might just leave it.
If we slow it down like this enough, there's certainly time. Yarmouth's going to make 2 out of 3.
Gates and Aldred.
Fowler comes off
West
and
Kings with 1.
is replaced by Dominic Rose. Check that by Elliott. Fitzgerald. Back pass to Saunier. Saunier has some room, but it's 1-on-3. Comes in. Sharp angle shot, was going to try to take it. Pinched off the board. Still down to 2-on-2 hockey. Saunier out of the play, though. Here's the odd man rushes we've talked about. Breaking in is Buchanan. Buchanan on his backhand, can't get the shot. There's a pass, goes off of the stick of Elliott. Elliott waits. Still looking. Lots of time, slides it back down to Buchanan. Buchanan's gonna bring it. No, he's gonna slide the pass across and is gonna come back the other way. That's Saunier with it. Saunier comes in, takes a quick shot, glove save, Coyle.
He looked at the glove just to make sure it was in there.
2 minutes, 45 seconds to go in our second overtime period.
So you're looking at the 3rd full shift change now. And here's Coyle's save.
Face off on the near side, one cleanly into the corner, back to Winkowski. Winkowski gets it to Corrette. Corrette gains the blue line. Makes a move, takes a shot, and that one sails wide. Buchanan realizing not much doing on that, resets back into his own zone to Winkowski. Winkowski back up to Corrett. Corrett makes a nice move. It's going to get to Guino. Guino might have played that, but as soon as he covered it up, the referee's going to blow it down. They don't want any extracurriculars, especially in overtime.
If Corrett factors into the end of this game, it will be amazing that with 3:34 left in the third, he got a 10-minute misconduct, and they were like, leave your skates on, kid, just in case.
Corrett, the leading scorer, out of the game for 10 minutes.
The most crucial 10 minutes.
Yes, the most crucial 10 minutes, as it turns out. Winkowski behind the net. 2:11 to go in our second overtime. He's just going to drop it back to Corrett at the blue line. Corrett with lots of ice. A little bit of a miscommunication, but gives it to Buchanan. Neither team looking to give up that odd man rush. It looked early on like that's what we're going to have. Aldred not going to get there in time. Corrett comes in. There's a shot. Goal! Jackson Corrett. 10-minute misconduct. Leaves the ice. Comes back in. Serves the 10. And is the overtime hero for the West Kings Wolverines. Good call, Mark.
Stop it. That's not a Disney movie. You don't just get to do that. And it was strange, too. I was just about to say, when you said, well, we're waiting for a bunch of odd man rushes that we're not getting. West Kings, philosophy-wise, clearly not as aggressive in the 3-on-3. They didn't push anything. They waited. They got it. They had the puck in the Viking zone, circled back out, had to clear the zone to come all the way back around. And there's your replay. Corrett pulls it off the sideboards, cuts in front. Just beat Guino clean.
It's a great shot.
It really was.
Right at the top of the circle is both teams shaking hands. 4-on-4, a lot more adventurous. There was a lot more pressure being put on by both teams. Both teams were really trying to win in 4-on-4. It was a lot more strategic in the 3-on-3, especially for the Wolverines.
Yeah, it really was.
Final thoughts?
Great matchup. We had hoped that the 4 seed and the 5 seed would put up a good play. This was terrific. This was really good. I mean, forget the crazy double overtime ending, but I mean the play itself went back and forth. Kudos to both goalies. Looked really well.
Yarmouth up 2-0 early. West Kings scratches their way back into a 3-2 lead. Yarmouth scores a goal late in the third period to tie it up. We go into overtime. Great game, great presentation by both teams. Once again, make the final. The West Kings Wolverines 4-3 over the Yarmouth Vikings in double overtime. West Kings gets 2 out of 3 points in that with the overtime win. Yarmouth gets a point with the overtime loss. Next game up on tap, we have the Parkview Panthers versus the Avon View Avalanche at 6 o'clock. We've got a bit of a break. We'd like to thank everyone for joining Trident Media's streaming coverage of the 2026 Division I Regional Hockey Tournament, coming to you from the Yarmouth Mariner Center. On behalf of myself, David Doucette, my partner today, Mark O'Connell, and all of the volunteers behind the scenes in Trident, we'd like to thank you for joining our coverage and hope that you'll join our 6 o'clock game. Bye for now.